playing with your exhaust mat.
Open, closed, open, closed.
What's up, Flat Fours? Welcome back to the channel. We haven't spoken to you guys for a while. We thought we'd give you an update on how the cars are going. And first, yes, let me address, I have chopped the beard off. Matt's still going strong. Just looking for a change. Had a sick mow a couple of weeks ago, but it's coming back in. Let us know in the comments. Do you prefer the beard or no beard?
Beard gang or no beard gang. There's only one real winner as far as I'm concerned.
But anyway, let's give you a walk around the cars and just give you an update on what they look like now and what we're probably planning on doing them now in the future. Okay, so for those of you that are new to the channel, introduced my 2002 WRX Bugeye. We've had it for a few months now. Tried to do a little bit of restoring back to the original glory of when we had it. Had to go at restoring the headlights. We've got some footage of that we'll pop in here. Had to go at working on the bonnet a bit. You can see there's quite some significant paint peel. Seems to be a thing for its age. We all know how thin Subaru paint is. Still got the dodgy wipers. I've had to go at realigning them. It probably needs a new motor, so that'll come at some point. If you've seen our previous videos, you probably would have noticed the massive ding that was in this door before, and like magic, it's gone. We've got some footage that we'll show from the 4 hours it took to change over. Don't let anybody on YouTube tell you it takes 3 minutes. It's definitely a lot longer than that. But as you can see, managed to find a wrecker's door that was pretty much exact same paint color. No significant changes in the coloring there. Did change over the glass in there because I had tint on the previous glass. But as you can see, it's all nicely aligned and looking pretty good. Alright guys, are you as disappointed with me as me with the loudness of this? I've got a Q300 catback on there at the moment, but I think my next mod's going to be to make this thing as loud as possible. Not straight pipe level, but I'm either thinking of doing a turbo back for the rest of the exhaust, or potentially looking at some form of cannon-based catback. Give us an idea in the comments what you think works well on a Rexy. I've seen plenty of videos, but would love to hear some first-hand experience of what you think sounds good on a car.
Oh, sorry guys, let me just turn the music down. So I hope that came through in the audio, but probably the biggest modification we've done to the Forester so far is completely overhauling the exhaust system. So we've mentioned in previous videos that we've replaced our piping with the 2015 WRX, and we have the stock mufflers from the WRX sitting on this car, and that looked great. But in the effort to move further along and get some more run out of this car, we've actually completely swapped this out now with a X-Force WRX set, which will demonstrate again just the kind of capability you can get out of these. So the massive advantage of this exhaust system is at any point you can change the output of that sound via a valve that sits inside each of the mufflers, and you can control that via your OBD port through your car, or even more conveniently through your phone. So for a lot of people this could be the ultimate thing to get if you're traveling with people that aren't really adjusted to loud noises, so you can turn it down when they're in your car. Or alternatively, if you just absolutely want to floor it, you can open those valves up and have that lovely Subaru rumble coming through. The other big change I've made is gone through and resprayed each of my calipers. Again, we'll actually be uploading to the channel an entire tutorial on how to clean and repaint your calipers. It's definitely a job I'd recommend having a bit of research and definitely a bit of confidence in before you go ahead and know which parts you want to take off. But this job was done pretty much without having to remove any of the brake assembly, and yeah, we'll show you how that's all done.
A beautiful red finish.
So the most notable thing you can probably check out on the front of this car is the grille. We've just completely got rid of the tacky chrome and replaced it with a carbon black look by spray painting that. You can actually check that out on a video we're uploading to the channel, where we'll take you through disassembly and painting of the grille. Now for a mod I would definitely not recommend, or at least the way I went about it, I wanted to remove more of the black off my car, and the easiest thing to attach that to was the door handles. I ordered just a set from eBay, and unfortunately the way they've come in and my spray job on them is not the best. I've been meaning to take them off, I just haven't been bothered at this point, but I'd say with the quality of the 3M tape that it's on, they'll probably just fall off on their own. So if you're driving along the freeway and see a set of door handle clips, they're probably mine. Step into my office. As you can see, we've overdone the multimedia center in this car. Admittedly, what came with this Forester was pretty rubbish, very backward system, just with a CD player and some very limited Bluetooth capability. One of the first things I decided I want to do is change it up and put a screen in. Decided to completely future-proof it with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Next part is to start connecting all the cameras up to this car, which again this unit supports, so we'll be covering that as well. It's definitely something I could recommend you can do on your own. You'll just need to make sure you get the right harnesses and cabling, which any auto shop can most likely recommend, but you can save yourself a few $100 on having an auto electrician hook it up for you and just have a fiddle with what's behind your dash.
Any problems you run into?
Plenty, but it's all stuff that we'll cover in a tutorial, which will make it super simple for you.
So we've had the cars for a few months now, and I think we've both moved away from what we originally were planning on doing with it. For me, I'd like to start focusing on performance a little bit more. I'm not sure whether I want to bother trying to restore some of the pieces. The paint peel on the roof and the bonnet. Most vehicles of this age, particularly the Subaru WRXs, look like that. Exhaust is probably the next thing I want to look at. I've put on some new track tyres, looking at getting some suspension mods done. I've probably moved over to a performance aspect on my vehicle. How are you going with yours, Matt?
Yeah, agreed. As Dan said, this channel I think started off very much with a focus on cosmetics, but I think seeing difference between doing the walk or doing the talk, we're definitely gravitating towards making these vehicles perform better, adding a lot to their longevity, and I suppose just surprising people to see, although it might look very stock, what these things are actually capable of. I've definitely seen this firsthand with the exhaust system I've got now. I'm amazed at how such a simple motor is creating such a nice sound. So I definitely want to keep it along that path, maybe look at going down and fully encapsulating that boxer engine noise with unequal length headers. There's definitely a bit of a journey there, which will get everyone on the flat 4 community involved in. But also just looking at things, as Dan mentioned as well, like suspension, getting it lowered. But in saying that, I've also recently been looking at enhancing the look of my Forester with some body kits. Surprisingly,
Wait. We just told everyone we're moving away from cosmetic. Now what are you going to do?
well, I said, you can walk or talk, but why not walk and talk?
Well, yeah, let us know in the comments. So, we've got two vehicles that don't tend to get a lot of focus for modifications. The Bugeye is obviously the unloved version of the WRX. It's starting to come into favor, but it certainly doesn't have a lot of content on YouTube. Same with Matt's SH Forester. There's not a lot around there for the NA engine, certainly plenty for the XTs.
Well, not only that, I'd say as well that the love period for a lot of people for their Foresters is definitely from the 03 to 07 period, and after that,
Yeah, definitely.
it's definitely now more, I'd say, associated with being a family vehicle, and I'm desperately trying to change that to make this thing an absolute beast. The intention is to apply some mods to this that are, not going to put it in the realm of a project car, keep it sensible.
Blah, 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 blah.
Flat 4.